Dallas Cowboys Nation. What's good, man? We're back. It's been a year since I did the last video, how the Dallas Cowboys could change their season around and contend. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, man. If they would have listened to me with some of the stuff I said, we might not be in this predicament. I'm not even gonna talk about the cap situation because that's just trash. I'm just gonna talk about the draft and a couple other small moves that we can make, and even talk about a little bit of the stuff that we've done so far, man. But before we get the video started, please do smack that like button and hit that subscribe button. Also, let me know what you guys think of the video, man. Link to my social medias will be on the video screen. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Yeah, man. So free agency was looking dim for us, man. We was the last team to add a player, and our first player we added was a fullback that we traded a 6th round pick for. We was all, let's be real, man. We were all angry. We were all pissed. We were all like, Jerry, what are you doing? And from there, he got Deontay Thompson. He was alright for the Bears and for Buffalo. And Allen Hurns, that signing was big. And that signing was big. That signing was also big. But the fact that we signed Deontay Thompson and Allen Hurns means that 2 wide receivers are likely getting cut, because the Cowboys probably won't go into the year with 7 on the roster. I'm predicting 5 or 6, but 7 is just too many. So I'm gonna say 2. And out of those 2, we know that Thompson and Hurns are safe because they just got signed. So it's highly unlikely that the 2 of them get cut. And we know that they said that Dez is still safe. So that means that between Noah Brown, Ryan Switzer, Terrence Williams, and Cole Beasley, 2 of those 4 are going to get cut. Pick your poison. I think Ryan Switzer personally is safe because of the fact that he was like a pretty high draft pick, 3rd, 4th round, or was he 5th? Either way it goes, he was a pretty high draft pick, and he's carved out himself a role as a special teamer. So I think that his position is safe. So really, I think you pick 2 out of the 3 between Terrence Williams, Cole Beasley, and Noah Brown. They probably won't cut Noah Brown. I mean, they probably won't cut Terrence Williams or Cole Beasley, but they'll probably have to end up trading them for a box of chocolates, because nobody will really probably give us a lot for them. Then we also signed left tackle Cam Fleming, or offensive tackle Cam Fleming, and an offensive guard Marcus Martin, which was actually the most underrated move that we have, man. Because let's be real, you guys. We know what Byron Bell and Chaz Green did last year for us. Trash. They were garbage. The bottom of the bottom. There was nothing under them. So getting a guard and a tackle definitely makes it easier for us, man. And I think Cam Fleming is really going to play. I think they're going to end up moving Cam Fleming to tackle and letting La'el Collins move back to his original position, which is guard. Now let's get into the draft, man. We got a month to the date, because April 26th, until the draft. The Cowboys would listen to me last year. They did. I said draft Jordan Lewis. It worked out. Now I also said draft Curtis Samuel and Juju Smith-Schuster. We seen what Juju did for Pittsburgh. You can call it the fact that he had AB and a lot of other weapons, but still I think he would have made an impact anywhere. And Curtis Samuel was just starting to get going before he got hurt. But that's last year, so it's cool. Now, with our first pick, man, at 19, it's kind of, we probably won't trade back because I don't think that there's anyone that another team will want to come up to get at 19. I'm going to give us the dream scenario pick, and then I'm going to give us the likely pick that I think is going to happen. In a dream scenario, we get Roquan Smith out of Georgia, because I don't know that he probably won't be around that long, because he might be gone at number 8 to the Bears. But I've seen him as high as 8 and as low as, in the 20s. So I think that Roquan Smith, if we have him at 19, we would be stupid not to jump on him, man. Sean Lee, injury history, and he's 30. I think Sean Lee is 33 or 31. And we lost Anthony Hitchens. So we know Jalen Smith's gonna play more. Sean Lee, when he's healthy, will be playing. But we need depth. And Roquan Smith would actually start. The likely pick, though, I'm going to give us is Harold Landry out of Boston College. He really was a top last year. If he would have left, he would have projected to be, you know, a top 5 pick. So the talent is there, but he was injured this year, and that kind of messed him up. He's up there on a talent level with any defensive lineman in the draft, though. Bradley Chubb, anyone you want to name, he's up there. So getting him will provide some depth at D-line for us. Taco, I'm not giving up on Taco, but we all know Rod Marinelli runs rotation. He rotates his defensive linemen, so we need depth. And Harold Landry rotating it with Taco would definitely be ideal. In the second round, a dream scenario in the second round would be, honestly, Malik Jefferson. Not Malik Jefferson, I'm sorry. He's the actual pick. I'm going to tell you, yeah, he's the actual pick. Like I said, since we couldn't get Roquan in the first round, more than likely, I'm going to say we go back in the second round and get Malik Jefferson. But the dream scenario, even though it would be stupid for them to do this, would be for the Seahawks to give us Earl Thomas, man. They gave us Earl Thomas for a second round pick and maybe a late round pick that we don't really. But I know that Seattle said that they weren't giving him up for anything less than a first. So, but you know, draft day comes and they're just trying to get rid of him. Maybe they budge, because getting Earl Thomas would definitely be good. And another alternate could be getting a cornerback here, but I just don't think that that'll happen, and you guys will see why later. In the third round, I have us picking the guard Austin Corbett out of Nevada. He could never hurt to have enough O-linemen. That showed this year with our injuries. And in rounds 4 through 7, I'm not giving direct picks, but I'm giving 2 direct picks because I think they be really big contributors later in the draft. And then we need a running back. Rod Smith is definitely good. We need a speed change of pace back for Dak. But the 2 picks that I think that they should make probably as soon as the 4th round starts, because that's where it starts to go, is Holton Hill, the cornerback from Texas, and Antonio Callaway, the wide receiver from Florida. Because both of these guys, in terms of talent, are tops in the draft. Antonio Callaway had the suspension issue. He got kicked off the team for cracking cards. If you guys don't know what that is, man, it's, you know, like credit fraud. And Holton Hill got kicked off the team too for like arguing with the coach or something. But we need cornerbacks, man. You know, and so after that, you know, with that draft, we would have gotten Dak weapons. With Dez, he has Dez. He has Antonio Callaway if we get him. He'd have Allen Hurns, Ryan Switzer, Deontay Thompson. I'm not going to mention Williams, Beasley, and Noah Brown because, like I said, we don't know what's going to happen with them. At tight end, you know, we still got old man Witten, old reliable. But I think Rico Gather showed some promise before he had that serious head injury in the last game of the preseason. So I think that he definitely will be able to make some noise. This is his 3rd year, I think. And then when you get to the offensive line, they're going to kick La'el Collins in the guard and move Cam Fleming to tackle. And then on the defensive line, man, I'm telling y'all, I think that this defensive line can make noise. You got DeMarcus Lawrence and Harold Landry on the ends, rotating with Taco and Randy Gregory. If Randy Gregory comes back, and you know, you can't expect him to become a great player off bat, because he's been away from football for so long. Then, you know, you put David Irving and Tyrone Crawford. Let Tyrone Crawford play tackle again. And then at linebacker, we have Jalen Smith, Sean Lee, and Malik Jefferson. I think that's a pretty good linebacking core that can make some noise. And then at corner, we'd have Jordan Lewis, most dominant corner we had last year. Cheeto came along later in the season, so you put Jordan Lewis in the slot, let him play where he's comfortable at. You put Cheeto on one side. Holden Hill probably would challenge Byron Jones to start on the opposite side. And I hope the Byron Jones thing works out, man. I know they moved him back to corner, but we just don't know, you know. We don't know at the end of the day. And as our safeties, we'd have Xavier Woods, who balled out last year, and either Jeff Heath or Kayvon Frazier starting opposite of him. I think that with that as our lineup, man, we could make a lot of noise. And of course, Zeke will be back, so that's that. That's a decent lineup. We would have gotten Dak some speed. Allen Hurns, before he started getting injured, was a baller. Antonio Callaway, like I said, at Florida, baller. Dez, I think that Dez probably end up moving into the slot if we got them too, because it allowed him to, you know, still make the most of what he has. And then, yeah, man, I think that's the best we can do with what we have, because we don't have really any money to spend, and we have to re-sign Zeke, Dak, and Zach Martin starting next year, because Dak, especially as a 4th round pick, his contract will be up pretty quickly. So we have to, pay those guys. And yeah, I think that would allow us to compete with the Eagles. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please do smack that like button and subscribe button. And other than that, until next time, it's me and boy Squints. We gone.